This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. On the 11th of February 2023, police were called at 4:30 am. Two men had presented themselves at an East London hospital with stab wounds. One of them was Trei Daley, 26 years old, from Bromley. He died an hour later. A murder investigation was launched, and on the 14th of February, they determined the cause of death to have been a stab wound to the chest. Trei's friend, who was 24 years old, left the hospital the same day and survived the injuries. And thank you to Dave Nathan for his coverage from the scene at the time that showed the police cordon and also the investigation as it was underway, with the forensics gathering evidence. This week, on the 31st of January 2024, two men have been convicted for their involvement in his death. Neither of them have been convicted of murder, but CCTV and a receipt linked them to the stabbing. Trei Daley was stabbed after an argument that started in a takeaway shop in Hackney Wick, and his friend was also seriously injured. Christopher Appiah-Blay, 35 years old, from Hackney, was found guilty of manslaughter at the Old Bailey on the 26th of January. Mawien Mawien, 39 years old, from Romford, was found guilty of GBH on the same date, and they were sentenced 2 days ago to 15 years and 5 years in prison. Detective Inspector Jim Barry, who led the investigation, said, "This is nothing new for altercations to occur after a night out, and this is an example of the devastation that can be caused by carrying and using a knife." Trei was a loving father, son, brother, cousin and a friend to so many people. His death has continued to be devastating to all of his family, it was said. After the investigation was launched, it was determined that Trei was stabbed near to the Colour Factory nightclub that was situated in Queen's Yard near White Post Lane in the Hackney Wick area. Both himself and his friends and also the defendants had been in the nightclub separately the same day. CCTV showed them walking past each other during the course of the evening. At around 4 am, they went to a nearby takeaway, where Appiah-Blay became embroiled in the argument with the female. Appiah-Blay complained that she spat at him and he threw a drink at her and also a burger. Trei tried to calm the situation down, and the CCTV showed that Trei had struck the first blow against another person, but Appiah-Blay and Mawien instantly took out their knives. The fight led to an alleyway where CCTV captured the two parties retreating and advancing as the dynamic of the fight shifted. One of Trei's friends was struck by Blay over the head with a bottle, and the fight then burst into the back road and Mawien struck Trei's friend in the chest. Seconds later, Blay stabbed Trei twice in the chest. It was immediately obvious that Trei had suffered serious injuries, and he was helped into a car by a person, and then they took him to the hospital. Blay went to another hospital to get treatment for an injury to his hand, and the staff called the police, but he refused to engage with the officers. A link between the two incidents was not immediate, but they identified him using vital evidence from the clothing that was seized by the police. And when they searched his home, they also found a takeaway restaurant receipt for the time that the fight had broken out at 4:04. Mawien was arrested on the 23rd of February as he tried to get into a taxi, and both him and Blay were charged with murder soon after their arrest. This story is definitely a reminder of the dangers that are posed when you go out with alcohol, and also when you get involved with people that are carrying weapons. These men should not have been anywhere near any sort of nightclub being able to even possess this, but they felt comfortable enough to do it. So I really want to hear what people have to say on this story, and rest in peace to Trei Daley. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Peace.